Well, this one's an interesting one. Obviously, Eliot is somebody that's a part of the new season of, well, should I say was a part of the new season of Married at First Sight Australia. But this man decided to leave literally 3 days, maybe 4 days into the experiment because he wasn't happy with what the experts had given him because it did not meet all of his criteria. I mean, honestly, the guy is full of it. But nonetheless, though, let me read what this Reddit had to say because I definitely want to share this with you lovely folks. So as you can see above, it says, "Dear Eliot, just say you're broke, mate. I hate when guys try to tear down women by calling them high maintenance. That's the trade-off, buddy. She quits her job to raise your kids and maintain your house. Meanwhile, you financially support her. No wonder he wants someone young and naive. My husband was laughing hysterically at the purse comment. Obviously, I remember when he spoke about how a purse was very expensive. Yep. And therefore, she must be, you know, materialistic. I can't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, though, we continue. Dude, just say you're broke and she's out of your league. If she quits her job, you can't maintain her lifestyle. Just admit you're outdated, BS. Can't keep up with inflation. You know the crazy thing about it, though? If she quits her job, you can't maintain her lifestyle. The crazy thing about it is that Lauren even said to Eliot, you haven't even got to know me. You haven't even asked me anything. How does he know that he would have to maintain her lifestyle if she was to quit a job to look after their child? He doesn't know that because there are some women, you know, some people in general, that they can come from a life of, you know, spending an X amount of money. But the second they have kids, they understand that they can't spend that anymore. They understand that they have to now budget their spendings because they got to make sure they can provide for their child. Okay? So really and truly, even just having the assumption that you're going to have to maintain her current lifestyle is absolutely ridiculous because you can't just assume things, you see what I'm saying, without actually getting to know that person. And don't get me wrong, even sometimes you can ask people certain questions and they may not live up to it, but he didn't even get as far as that. So really and truly, there's no evidence that he would have to keep up with it. And to be honest with you, she said that she wanted one kid, so therefore she would still be able to travel and do her own thing, meaning she only wanted one child, so therefore one, she can still work, two, still pay her way, and three, not to have to make her man feel like you'd have to, like, as if she has to rely on him. So to be honest with you, she actually basically tried to say that loud and clear, but he wasn't looking to hear it because he wanted more than one kid. That was one of his responses, which is whatever, you know. And because he wanted more than one kid, he wanted a woman that was ready to basically be a stay-at-home mom and to be a woman that basically doesn't want to have things that are expensive based on his standards. I mean, honestly, these things here are signs of someone that is nothing but a controller. You know, he's somebody that wants someone who he can control, young and naive, I guess. Not even young, just naive. And to be honest with you, I genuinely feel like that if Lauren had turned up and she didn't have these expensive bags and, you know, wasn't a woman that knew how to carry it, do you know what, hell with it. Yeah, and wasn't a woman that carried her so well, I actually do think that he may have given her a slight chance despite the fact that she was 2 years older than him. I just think that he looked at everything that she had. And to be honest with you, the baby with her sister probably didn't help because her sister was bloody high maintenance, to be fair, with just an attitude, not even fees, just attitude. So I think he just looked at certain things and said, nah, I can't do this, F this. You know, I need someone who basically, you know, makes me feel like I'm actually the man of the house, somebody that I know that I can earn more than. It bothered him that she was her own businesswoman and she probably earned more than him. I mean, listen, that's the signs of a weak man. How do you, you know, point out weak men? Well, this is how you point them out. Men that look at you and think, okay, yep, she's too expensive, bye. Not even a man that will at least try and get to know you. But nonetheless, though, we continue with what else this says here. Also, he keeps talking about knowing his value. What value do you bring? Your man pecs? I can get those in a nicer guy with decent height, no crazy eyes, and isn't stingy. Save your pennies and buy a companion doll. I hear they come with AI now. I mean, honestly, like I said before, when it comes to Eliot, his biggest problem is that he's all about himself, you know, and that is a massive, massive deal breaker for many people, because being all about yourself to the point that you're pretty much come across narcissistic, it's not a good look, you know, and not even having the decency to give Lauren the benefit of the doubt to actually get to know her, rather than assume that the experts did you dirty because you are smarter than them and they can learn a thing or two from you, is crazy work. And trust me when I tell you, I am definitely never the first person to defend experts when it comes to married at first sight, especially when it comes to the UK version, at least anyway, because god damn, sometimes what they be doing is a madness. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below. But there is a comment here that I will read, to be fair, and then obviously I'll leave it to you folks to let me know in the comment section your thoughts of in particular. But this person came in and said, I think it would be relatively rare these days to find a woman under 40 who wants to be a traditional wife. That kind who would not let her husband lift a finger around the house so she can serve him. Those are quite old-fashioned values. I thought he was pretty lucky to get paired with Lauren. But a 25-year-old in 2024 that would also put up with his I know better than anyone cockiness. He's an okay-looking guy, but I was shocked that he was only 35. He clearly has not ever used sunscreen. He's savage and looks dehydrated. Savage. He was clearly picked to cause drama on the show. The cast and the viewers. I understand not being materialistic. I don't think I could. I would be into designer bags even if I could afford it. But this could have been a healthy discussion, not a total deal breaker. She's out of his league and he can't handle it. I mean, listen. To be honest, is it possible to find a woman in 2024 that will respect the values that he's looking for? Well, it depends on what country you're looking in. I'm gonna say that because I feel like sometimes we assume that it's going to be hard based on where we live. If you live in the UK, you live in the States, you live in Canada, you live in Australia, and maybe even New Zealand for that matter in particular, any country that is pretty much what a first world country or whatnot, these values are definitely there. These values would definitely be very hard to find. But if you're looking at other countries that are not those countries that I mentioned, do you know what I mean? Whether you're looking at a country like, you know what, let me not say certain countries. I don't want to offend people, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure there are certain countries where there are plenty of women that are still willing to look or to be of that value. It's just a matter of whether or not he wants to be a passport bro or not, to be honest with you. So it is a possibility, just not maybe where he lives. Let's just keep it that way, eh? But nonetheless, though, as far as I'm concerned, the comment that was made at the very beginning, to be honest, it definitely hit the nail on the head on most parts, and this comment in particular did hit the nail on the head on some parts as well. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As far as I'm concerned, Lauren dodged a bullet, and she was able to identify this man is not worth her time. Not because she is necessarily out of his league, but because he is somebody that doesn't know how to value other people. He only knows how to value himself, and that's his biggest problem. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and we can most certainly talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.